Alright, I'm back. I was Yo, I never knew fantasy like the fantasy games works like this. Like you get points and then you get to pick like it's basically like free gambling, isn't it? I don't know, but I was doing it with like Fortnite. Yes, I'm a loser. Anyways, this was the TikTok that I saw. This is the guy from before actually. Which one did he make? Didn't I just reacted to this guy, didn't I? Right here. He was the RCT guy. Wait, so like he was the last guy I reacted to. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay. Uh yeah, it was this right. I think it was this. I don't want to press it because I'm gonna get jump scared by the song. Like it's gonna be loud as heck. But yeah, I saw this on my feed. Let's get into it, bro. Kashimo was the better fighter against Hakari. Common debunks people like to use is this panel. Hakari started blissing Kashimo after he started trying. While being wrong on both, Hakari was also always trying. He never held back his lethal force or strength when realizing Kashimo can kill him and tank everything he throws at Kashimo. He never held... Let me reread this. He never held back his lethal force or strength when realizing Kashimo can kill him and tank everything he throws at Kashimo. What is he talking about? Let's just finish. Okay. And verbatim stated by Yuta that with each increasing jackpot, Hakari gets stronger. We'll get into that in a second. Makes sense during this jackpot, Hakari makes a tempo change. Kashimo has yet to adjust instantly. Even still, Kashimo acknowledges the tempo change and is able to outsmart Hakari after this. Panels provided. Okay. So. I'm so confused about this. He never held back his lethal force or strength when realizing Kashimo can kill him and tank everything he throws at Kashimo. Okay, first of all, it's kind of funny that... What the what was that? Anyways, it's kind of funny that he said... he showed an image of Hakari not holding back his speed and started talking about, oh, he never held back his force or strength. Doesn't this sound like he's completely ignoring the point? Doesn't it sound like that? The point is that Hakari was holding back his speed and also his strength, which I'll go into in a second. But he was holding back his speed. That's the entire point. And he was like, "We're gonna ignore the speed part." He never held back his strength. Okay, he never held back. He never held that back. What the bro? What? Hello? What's this guy talking about? Anyways, as for the strength thing, I'm pretty sure it's here. Oh no, he doesn't put it on the screen. Now, off the top of my head, I remember Hakari saying like, "Oh yeah, I can go hard and heavy now." I'll go hard and heavy. I'll go hard and heavy. So not only does Hakari increase his speed, right? I mean, this is like, I mean, there's so many levels to this scene, right? Because I never actually no, let me rephrase that. When I first found out about this scene, like for real, because back in the day, you guys probably know, I used to think Kashimo was really relative to Hakari. I thought he was top 3. Yes, I was a top 3 Kashimo guy. And then Jaded, you know the YouTuber, he absolutely slammed me on my neck talking about this, and I was like, damn, like Kashimo really is a top 3. And I got reformed, and now I understand what the hell happened in this fight, right? This happened like a year ago plus. And Um, when I first, when I actually like started seeing this again, I was thinking about this scene from like a Kashimo fan's perspective, right? Like, what would a Kashimo fan say about this, other than the ones who like start lying, and other than the ones who acknowledge it and like actually see it for what it is, right? I was like, the first thing I thought of was like, Hakari says, I'm gonna use my unkillable body to totally beat him down. And I'm like, okay, so that means, Hakari just changed his fighting style. But when you actually read like what's going on, bro, he doesn't take a single hit from him. In fact, Kashimo tries to attack back, and Hakari, he grabs his fist. He doesn't even take the attack to attack him. You know what I mean? Like, a good example of what I'm thinking of right now, of how it would be if like Hakari changed his fighting style to accompany. I guess you could say accompany his immortality would be like this, right? It would be like this, where Kashimo is beating the crap out of him, and he's letting it happen so that he can get like a sucker punch in and punch him out of nowhere, right? Like this right here, where Kashimo's beating him up, and he's taking advantage of the fact that he has RCT, and then boom, right? He could punch him. Bro, that's not the same here. I don't even know why Hakari says this, because he doesn't even let himself get hit. He's just overall faster than Kashimo. And that's why I'm like, there, like, when you actually, if you actually look at what's happening, it's very clear not only that Hakari speed up, which is a fact, he also just says, oh yeah, I'll go hard and heavy now. Meaning he wasn't going hard and heavy before that. Obviously, he probably was like around here, right? But after he saw the lightning, no, he wasn't going hard and heavy at all. Um, yeah, what was my overall point? Yeah, my overall point is that he was holding back his strength because he wasn't going hard and heavy before that, but he also was holding back his speed because that's just like that's clearly what happened. He got even faster. I don't get it. Like, is this statement not clear enough? Also, by the way, I just realized this. These videos are starting to turn into like echo chambers, bro. I want actual pushback. Is anyone like a Kashimo fan in my comments other than that one guy, bro? That one guy, he's been seething, coping for the past like couple months. I don't even remember his name, bro. He he commented on my RCT thing about something I said when like that Kashimo, when I dropped the like is Kashimo a fraud video. Like, it was all the way back then. He was still seething about that, bro. No actual engagement with what's happening in the video, bro. Just whatever. Anyways, if you're actually like, let's have a conversation, bro. Like, I don't want this to turn into an echo chamber. I don't want to go into the comments and be like, oh yeah, Gambler, you're so right. No, bro. I want to see if people disagree. Like, if I'm missing something, right? But is this statement not clear enough? He's getting even faster. Where did this speed come from? Oh, I know. They think, guys, bro, Kashimo fans, again, they they have to come up with BS every single time, bro. The first thing I saw the other day was Jackpot gets, or Hakari gets, a boost in his stats at the end of a jackpot, right? And it's based off of this scene right here, where he's like, oh, curse energy bonus, time to fly. I mean, bro, what the fuck? Okay, first of all, right? First of all, the curse energy bonus. What the fuck does that mean to someone with infinite curse energy? Does that even make sense? It's not like he has infinite curse energy, right? But it's like infinitely reflowing. What does curse energy bonus even mean? Right? I'm trying to think of the second thing I was trying to say. I think it was something along the lines of like, um, damn, what was it? Okay, I said that it doesn't make sense. Like a curse energy bonus in quotations doesn't make sense. And then, bro, there was a second point I was going to bring up. I'll just continue hammering in the first one. Now I don't like, maybe this is a translation thing. Maybe it is. I don't know if it is, but it just makes no sense in context, right? Because Kashimo has an interaction with Hakari at first. He gets this in quotations curse energy bonus, and he doesn't comment on it at all after that, right? And then Hakari gets into a jackpot again, and then Kashimo doesn't comment on, oh, he's weaker than he was before. And then when this happens, Hakari isn't like, oh yeah, I'm getting even faster because it's the end of my jackpot. He's like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and beat him up now, right? So it's like, yes, it's weak. It's weak. I won't say it's completely debunked because this does exist, right? I'll find out more about it, but like logically, it doesn't make sense. But there's room for like not interpretation, but I guess you interpretation, conversation. This thing though, you verbatim stated that Yuta that with each increasing jackpot, Hakari gets stronger. Huh? When did Yuta never said this? Said to be even stronger than Kosu when he's on a roll. What the that doesn't mean, oh yeah, each jackpot, yeah, he gets even stronger. Each one, yes. He gets stronger and stronger. So after 67 jackpots in a row, he's Gojo and Sukuna level. Like, what? That's very shameless, bro. I would accept you going for this rather than that. That's crazy. Again, it's like, it's one of those things where I've said it multiple times, they fluff it up to try and like inflate their point. No, bro. Yet again, we see Kashimo able to react and block from Hakari after he had time to adjust to the tempo change. Bro, are we serious right now? This is low. Bro, are we using a feat of Hakari riding a fish? Bro, he's literally riding a fish in the sky, bro. What? Look at him. He's riding a fish in the sky. Oh, hell no, bro. Really? That's ridiculous, bro. And then immediately outsmart him yet again after Hakari throws him into the ocean. He outsmarts him? What? Okay, hold on. Wait. I didn't reread this in a long time. Let me see this real quick. Oh, he did this. Did he do this consciously? Bro, there was like a TCB thing. There was like a TCB statement about this. Let me see real quick. Cause I was trying to see like if he did the electric thing on purpose. Hold on. Yeah, when I read this, wait, actually no, let me see this. Okay, you know what? I'll give that to him. It does seem like he did this like on purpose, but how does he do it on purpose? Like, how would he not do it? Like, doesn't lightning in water just create it anyways? Like what? I don't know, but hey, you know what? I'll give that to him. He does outsmart him here. He does. Kashimo was also intentionally making this fight way harder for himself. Hakari was never above Kashimo in IQ or battle IQ. Kashimo was able to tank every punch from Hakari still after this bliss and show no significant damage. So, this first part is so funny, right? I've said this once before, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm not gonna I don't know if I said it once or twice, whatever. Bro, it's so funny. I only see a handful of Kashimo fans do this. But they're like, oh, Kashimo made the fight harder for himself, right? And the reason they say this is because, oh yeah, Kashimo said, if I just outlast him, I can beat him outside of jackpot, right? But that's how losers think. And then he continues fighting him. Guys, do you guys not realize that Kashimo did that anyways? Like, what are we talking? Bro, Kashimo says, I'm gonna kill this guy while he's immortal, right? He fails to do that. And he's like, okay, you know what? F it. I'm gonna just kill him in base. What? What was the alternative? They're talking about something. He's making the fight way harder for himself. Even though he does the thing that says, even though he does the thing that he said was made for losers. What, bro, what the fuck? Kashimo literally does that. He waits for him to get out of jackpot to shoot the thing through his stomach, bro. If he does it earlier than that, none of the things that happened after this would have happened. Am I losing my mind here? Kashimo made the fight harder for himself. But he still does the thing that he tries to avoid. No. Okay, let me rephrase that. Kashimo made the fight harder for himself by saying that him waiting for Hakari to be in base is something that losers do. And then he does it anyways. What is that? Anyways, Hakari was never above Kashimo in IQ or battle IQ. Now, as for IQ and battle IQ, it was like a back and forth. I feel like I've talked about this before. It was like a back and forth. Like in the first chapter, Hakari, what? Like, what did they do to each other in the first chapter in terms of like battle IQ? I can't really say that Hakari punched the staff out of his hand on purpose, right? You can't really prove that. So that's not a point for Hakari. What does Kashimo do after this? He fights him. Hakari punches the crap out of him by catching him off guard. I guess you could say that's battle IQ, right? After that, Kashimo shoots lightning at him. What happens after this, bro? Kashimo. Oh, I guess, okay. 187. Kashimo beats him on the base. And then he gets jackpot. So nothing really happened in 187. 188. This is a point for Kashimo right here. Wait, right here. This is a point for Kashimo. And then we find out that Hakari's been holding back because he wanted to see him use lightning before he starts going all out again. So that's a point for Hakari as well. Again, it's the back and forth, right? And then it's revealed that Kashimo is waiting for him to get in base, and then Kashimo takes out his stomach, right? And then Hakari pushes Kashimo into the water. And then Kashimo uses bro, okay. Electrolysis? Is that how you spell it? Pronounce it? Electrolysis. Bro, I've been avoiding it because it sounds weird. I don't know. But anyways. And then Kashimo does that, right? It's a back and forth. And then Hakari uses the fact that he has uses the fact that he has RCT to catch him off guard once again. And then Kashimo goes for his arm to make sure he doesn't use his domain expansion. And then Hakari uses a binding bow. You see what I'm saying? It's never been like, oh, Hakari over Kashimo in battle IQ or Kashimo over Hakari, bro. It was back and forth. They're both very smart sorcerers, bro. They are. They're both very smart sorcerers. Furthermore, Kashimo completely dominated hand-to-hand every time they exchange, even going as far as slapping Hakari's neck, killing him. Now, there's a lot more panels that I had not grabbed Regardless, Kashimo was easily able to outsmart Hakari even when Kashimo held himself. Kashimo held himself back slightly. Kashimo held himself back slightly? Anyways, we're gonna ignore that, okay? Yeah, I already explained how, like, Kashimo didn't have higher battle IQ than Hakari. It was literally a back and forth. And I could say that Hakari has more because Hakari wins the fight in the end anyways. But I don't really know. I'll give, like, I don't really... Again, I think it was a back and forth between them. But I think I've talked about this before. First of all, this isn't even a hand-to-hand combat sequence. I don't even know why he put this here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. This right here, I'm waiting for the anime. Again, I'm not putting full stocks on this yet, but I'm waiting for the anime. Please, Mappa, show me something, okay? This is the argument. The argument here is that Hakari and Kashimo continue fighting right here, and Kashimo isn't able to literally obliterate him because I've explained this multiple times that Hakari's fighting style changes between when he has a way to heal and when he doesn't, right? Like when he was going against Charles, he literally did not allow him to hit him. Like he did not allow Charles to hit him at all. And then when he knew, oh yeah, I'm about to get a jackpot, he let Charles hit him. And then boom, he gets a jackpot and then fries Charles. Same thing happens with Kashimo where he's letting himself get hit multiple times during the fight. Right here, he's letting himself get hit. He doesn't really care. He's just waiting for the reach scenario to come. And then when the reach scenario comes, right, and he cannot afford to die right here because the domain's gonna go off and he's just gonna die forever. Because he was fighting Kashimo and Kashimo can't do the same thing he did to him before. And then boom. Right? But again, I'm not putting full stock on it. I can still say I'm okay with Kashimo being over base Hakari. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that for right now. Alright? But yeah, like it's crazy because while they can take this as at face value, which I'm that's completely fair, all right? Because what I'm saying right now is like literally it's complete speculation. That's why I don't have full like stocks on it just yet until Mappa comes out. But it's crazy that they can see this as face value. Like yeah, Hakari got beat up, right? Hakari got beat the frick up, and then they see like Kashimo get beat the frick up, and it's a whole bunch of cope. It's like oh yeah, Hakari got a imaginary curse energy boost with infinite curse energy already, bro. He gets stronger after every jackpot. Oh, like, bro, come on. Come on, dude. Come on. Was there one more? Oh. A binding vow means Hakari is more proficient in sorcery than Kashimo. Kashimo was called at the peaks of sorcery by Sukuna, and Kashimo could use a binding vow. He did when Kenjaku reincarnated him. Plus, that binding vow was a joke since it was pretty much retconned by Gege after. Does anyone know what the hell he's talking about? Okay. Kashimo was called at the peaks of sorcery by Sukuna. What the fuck, bro? Yo, what's up with this guy, bro? He just be saying shit, bro. Kashimo was called at the peaks of sorcery by Sukuna, and Kashimo could use a binding vow. Wow, I hope he could use a binding vow, bro. What does that even say? What? I hope he could use a binding vow, bro. What? What does this even mean? He did when Kenjaku reincarnated him. Yeah. Like Hazanoki did. Like Reggie did, bro. What? I hope he could use a binding vow with Kenjaku, bro. Hello? And is he talking about Hakari's binding vow being a joke? How is it retcon by Gege? Yo. Yo. Really? Really, guys? Really? Low Kotuzaru, bro. Low Kotuzaru. Hold on. I don't even remember what I was saying, bro. Dog. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm bored of this. I guess I'm just bored of it today. It's kind of hot in here, bro. I gotta edit this hand-to-hand video, bro. Y'all want a sneak peek? Should I give a sneak peek of this hand-to-hand video? Let me give a sneak peek, bro. Alright, this is a little loud for my... I could put my headphones down. Hold on. David! Alright. Let's see. I hope it's not too loud. Ghetto's talking to himself, and then suddenly Panda bursts through the wall. This shot right here is crazy. Like, why they got Panda looking like a demon? Ghetto looks at him though. Complete composure. Panda goes for a big hook. But that's way too slow. Ghetto dodges it. He goes for 2 more. Ghetto easily dodges both. Bro, what is even this punch? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Panda. Come on, dude. Like, for Panda's entire fighting style to be... Hold on. Oh, no. This is one of my favorite parts. Hold on. Look at this. Where he go for this one right here. Anyways, Panda sees Monkey. He gets distracted. Oh! Ghetto kicks him in the face and says, "Focus!" He spins around. Oh! Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, I'm not gonna actually expand on that. All right, because it's going to... Well, it's not really a surprise, but, you know... Anyways. Yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts.